Welcome back, friends. Apple has reported blockbuster earnings for the last quarter. Its total revenues are up 9% at $91.2 billion, whereas its iPhone sales are up 8% at something like $55.6 billion. Blockbuster earnings. However, this was followed by a conference call in which CEO Tim Cook says that because of the uncertainties surrounding the coronavirus, there is a certain gap within which they would have to make estimates for the next quarter's earnings, revenues, and he puts that gap to something like $4 billion. That's a pretty wide gap. This says that the Apple is not very confident of next quarter's earnings and revenues, both from iPhones and total revenues for the year. Apple has also shut down one store in China out of concerns over the coronavirus. Meanwhile, over 130 deaths have been reported in China so far because of the coronavirus. Not only that, over 4,000 are now believed to be infected by this virus. There are various beliefs floating all around. One of them says that this could be controlled rather quickly, and the SARS epidemic was something which was much higher in force. SARS happened in 2003, as you know, the severe respiratory infection syndrome, and the current situation surrounding coronavirus is believed to be less grim. However, I do not agree at all. In fact, coronavirus could be one of the great triggers for a worldwide recession this year in 2020. Reason being that the economic growth already is teetering in many parts of the world, and the coronavirus is going to add to the woes. Let me tell you what exactly I'm trying to say. Let's take China, which is where the epicenter of the coronavirus lies. Now, the entire supply chain in China is getting impacted. Therefore, things like the Apple iPhones, which are manufactured in China, will not be able to produce and to deliver goods to the customers quickly because of the disruptions that are taking place in the supply chain in China. Not only that, you have another problem that is bringing on the horizon, and that is that even the consumer demand for Chinese manufactured iPhones is falling off the cliff. So, therefore, you will find that bigger problems are arising because of the epicenter being located in China, where the maximum economic growth of the world was currently present. Theme parks like the Disney park in Shanghai have also been impacted. Not only consumer demand is falling, but there are talks of the theme parks having to be closed. So we have Disneyland in Shanghai also falling in the line that could be impacted as a result of the coronavirus. As this spreads in other parts of the world, the falling economic growth in many parts of the world is now going to only increase in intensity, and therefore this comparison with SARS epidemic in 2003 does not make sense, because falling growth, which was already falling in many parts of the world, will combine rather with the coronavirus to lead into a full-fledged global recession in 2020. And be very cautious unless China takes steps to contain it quickly, which they are. In fact, a hospital building is believed to have been built in just over 19 hours, just to quarantine and to seclude patients suspected of this virus. Yet the epidemic seems to be spreading so fast that it would be only wishful thinking to imagine that China and the rest of the world will be able to control this epidemic. It is only a question of time before the World Health Organization also declares it as a worldwide emergency. So, coronavirus definitely seems to be one of the major factors which could trigger a global recession in 2020. Investors, please take this into consideration, because this could impact revenues, profitability of many companies across the globe, and you should bear this in mind before investing. Happy investing. Take care. Bye.